see Will. She's worried that he forgot about her. And I said, she crazier than I thought. I said, she crazy as suspected. But yeah, she saw a photo on the guard phone of Will and Electra, and she assuming that they moving in together and stuff like that. And she was like, hey, you forgotten all about me, Will? I was like, what's wrong with this lady? And I said, what type of guard is this? She told her she wasn't going to get her the phone, but she just going to look it up for her. What? Might as well handed the phone to her. Might as well handed the doggone phone to her. Steffi and Hope was talking about Deacon and Taylor. Taylor was fantasizing about dancing with Deacon. And the last thing is that Bill gave the beach house to Will. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Life with Chelsea for the Bold and Beautiful, what's today? November 12th, 2025. First things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's new episode down below. What y'all think? Did y'all like the episode? So it was a fantasy, y'all. I thought, look, I was like, Sheila must left for something. I said, this must be after the fact. I said, what's going on? But yeah, it was just a fantasy. It was just a daydream. Taylor was thinking about Deacon. Deacon ended up seeing her look at him. So I'm like, okay, turn around. That's usually when people turn their head. When they see you looking at them and they notice it, usually you're supposed to turn your head. They was making eye contact. I said, what's going on? I said, oh my goodness. I said, y'all playing with fire. Literally, y'all playing with fire. Hold on. I said, literally, y'all playing with fire. But yeah, okay, so we're going to start with Will, Katie, Bill, and Electra. First of all, another thing that we got wrong is we assumed that Electra and Will was moving in together. No, he's the only one that got the house, but he did say he would want her there and stuff like that, want her to come visit. But yeah, Bill ends up giving Will the beach house. First, he ended up telling him how him and Katie back together and stuff like that, and how he gonna do right by her as well as him. Then they end up giving Will the beach house. And I thought they was going to mention, RJ had, relocated or something. That's how he ended up getting the beach house back. Oh, I forgot. Wait a minute. They can't talk about that because they was using it. They was using it as what? For that summer program that Hayes was doing. Yeah, I don't know if they actually addressed it then or not. Did they, y'all? I can't remember. But yeah, I was like, at the same beach house. Then they start talking about the fact that that's the place where Luna shot Liam and Sheila or whatever. And they were just trying to encourage him, let him know that they could make new memories and stuff. So they went outside. They was talking about barbecue and all this other stuff. So then Electra was like, they should take a photo to document, the moment. So they took a photo of them in front of the house and everything. Meanwhile, over here in the prison cell. Meanwhile, over here in prison, Luna getting away in prison too. I said, first of all, you didn't get her the phone, but you looked it up. Might as well. Next thing you know, she'll be trying to talk you into doing something else for her, and you gonna fall for it. Talking about she need to check. What she said? I need to check on my man. I was like, girl, please. He ain't your man yet. I don't think he is gonna be her man now. Now I've been saying for a while that he wanted her at first or whatever, but now I'm not too sure. But yeah, they showed Luna and she was like, Will, why haven't you came check on me or whatever? She was saying how she need to see Will. She was worried that he's forgetting about her and everything. So the guard walking by and she ends up asking the guard to see her phone because she want to check on her man. And she was like, you remember the one? No, wait. Was it about Will? I think it was about Electra. I think she said something about she wanted to see if Will had ended things with her. And she was like, remember I told you all about her? And I said, girl. So first the guard was like, no. Then the guard ended up saying, I'm not going to give you my phone, but I type it in. What did you say his name, Will? What did you say his name was? I said, name Will. So this fool going to type in the name for her. So she just scrolling and stuff, and she was seeing different photos. Then she seen the picture of Will in the lecture, and she had a fit. She was like, are they moving in together and all this other stuff? The guard ended up saying that's enough or whatever. You shouldn't have did it in the first place. Then gonna tell the dude or whoever to open the cell and everything, to open the doors or whatever. And I was like, what the world going on? So yeah, she had a fit. She was like, she need to get out of there. She need to see Will. She worried that he forgot about her. What else did the crazy lady say? What did she say? She said something. But it was some guards that came by. I don't know. What did they have, y'all? Was some sheets or towels or something they had rolled by, and she was looking at it. And then she was saying how she need to get out because she need to see Will and everything. And a spoiler said, I keep saying a spoiler, but I don't know if there was a spoiler or just fans talking. They saying allegedly that Luna's supposed to break out. She's supposed to be planning her escape this week, y'all. But yeah, she also was talking about how she's surprised that she's still in jail, or she's still in jail for a long time. I said that all the way wrong. She just shocked. To summarize it, she's shocked that she's still in jail, and I am too. I am too. But I'm glad because she need to stay right there. I said, don't worry, you gonna have company once Sheila do whatever she gonna do to Taylor. You gonna have company. What? It's coming. If they take it there and Sheila find out, I'll be shocked if Sheila don't do nothing. But yeah, that's all that happened with Luna. Next, Hope and Steffi. Hope was hoping that the therapy sessions helped Deacon leave Sheila. They was talking about that. Hope was saying how, because Steffi was questioning her about whether or not she trying to blame her mama about, going back, Deacon going back to Sheila. So she was like, no, I just wish that Taylor would have sided with them and stuff like that, her and Deke about it. And they were just talking about that, and she was saying how she see a change in Deacon ever since he started seeing Taylor or whatever. And that's all that happened with them. And lastly, we got Sheila, Deacon, Taylor. I forgot about Carter now. They were just waiting on Daphne to sing. They was waiting on her to sing, talking about whether or not she was gonna be good at singing and stuff like that. Carter felt like it was necessary for him to go tell Deacon that he support Hope and Liam and stuff like that. I said, don't kiss his butt. Don't be making small talk. Don't make small talk or kiss his butt. He already done kicked you and stuff. All because you decided to return the company back to the people. And you technically cheated because you kissed Daphne or whatever. So then he was like, okay, and I see that basically you got something going on with Daphne and stuff like that. They had a little nice moment or whatever, if that's what you want to call it. If that's what you want to call it. But yeah, that's when Daphne got up there. She started singing. And everything. Next thing you know, Deacon looking at Taylor looking at Deacon. And once again, you know how when you feel like somebody's looking at you at the corner of your eye and you look over there and you see them, normally they'll turn away. She's still looking your face, girl. They is playing with you. They don't think what they used to say. They don't believe fat meat greasy. Now I don't know what that means, but okay. I turn around, Sheila, right under your nose. Go and start talking to yourself like you be doing when you get ready to go crazy. Well, yeah, they looking at each other. The whole episode, the whole scene where Daphne was singing and stuff, they over here just staring at each other. Next thing you know, Taylor started to fantasize about dancing with Deacon. That was the scene, they had posted the spoiler photo. And I thought based on it that, they was going to be dancing after the whole open mic night or something. But no, she was just fantasizing about him and stuff like that. And I think at that point, that's when Deacon ended up looking up and seeing her or whatever. So then after they got done singing, Daphne got done singing and stuff, she tried to skedaddle. Taylor tried to skedaddle and get up out of there. I said she tried to hurry up, get up out of there, and Sheila gonna stop her. I skipped a part. At the beginning of Sheila and them singing, she continued to thank Taylor and stuff like that, and Taylor was saying, you don't need to thank me because Deacon chose to come back to you and stuff like that. But yeah, she tried to skedaddle. Sheila ended up seeing her and told her, you basically, you're not leaving, are you? She's like, yeah, she gonna go. She was like, it's somebody else coming up to sing again or to perform again or whatever. So she was like, no, she got to go for some reason, she said. So they still looking at each other and stuff like that. I said, let her go. Let her go, girl. Don't invite her to stay. Don't invite her to stay. Well, yeah, she ends up leaving and stuff. And Deacon, I don't know, did they show him thinking about her too? Either way go, we know that he want her and she want him. We know it. But yeah, that was it. That was all. Let me know your thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the day and be safe.